Guys, and welcome to the Train Sim World. First video I'm going to do of it. I have had to start with grief with this. I've had the fatal error message all the way through, basically up until now. There's a very nice guy on Facebook that has discovered. Well, I tell you what actually happened. There's a German forum that was going about that I looked up that mentioned a file that he found by doing direct diagnostic, and it's called the Vico dynamic plugin. If you're getting the fatal error, go into where Train Sim World is stored, search for Vico dynamic plugin, take those two folders, just switch them over to your desktop. The game runs. I no longer get the fatal error. I don't know why, I don't know anything, but it's running for me. Okay, what do I think so far? I've just done the very basic tutorial that makes you do at the start. I've lowered my settings to medium or high. I think it's high they're on now. So I'm just going to jump right in and have a little play around. There's a lot going on YouTube with it already. I thought I'd give my 2 pence worth. The last tutorial I did was pretty long, so I'm going to just do a free roamy thing. But I don't know how, to be honest, I'm not going to do a free roamy thing because I don't really know what I'm doing. If I get a train that isn't started up, I'm in sort of doo-doo. So the intro sequence we've done, the SD42. Let's have a look at that. And have a look. So what was happening with me was I was getting to this point, I'd get to the second splash screen, and then it'd go, no, fatal error, you can't have it. So thank you very much to a guy called Keel Gilby, who was on the BH Reskins Facebook page, who very happily put this bit of information out. I will show you what the issue is with it. It did say on that German forum that it controls the pipework, the physics of the pipework. So you'll notice that when I show you. So introducing the EMD SD42, 40-2, sorry. I'm going to flick up the frame counter. This is a special duty type 40 locomotive built by EMD of General Motors, known as the SD40-2. It's one of the most successful designs of all time. 16-cylinder electric motor, a diesel electric motor, provides a stomping 3,000 horsepower. Let's get closer and see how it works. I'm still getting pretty terrible frame rates. It does seem that you can change the game settings in here. So I'm going to stick it down to medium. I'm sure I changed that to FXAA. I'm not really sure about that anti-aliasing. I've never really have paid much attention to it. But we'll give it a go and see how it is. See if it lets us. Right, so that's in theory applied. So, yeah, getting better frame rates there. Dropping down to medium, and it still looks yeah, okay. So it's WASD to walk around. I'm actually quite enjoying this feature. I don't like these track safety warnings and everything it's coming up with, but the rest of it I'm actually quite enjoying. To close the door. Ah well. Right, take that, press E. 13 frames per second. So this is actually the tutorial I've just done. To get it moving and stuff. We'll do it again for the sake of you guys. So this is just taking us through the basics. What I've found is even when you're using the keyboard shortcuts, you have to sort of sometimes click on the illuminated icon first before it seems to let you use the keyboard shortcuts. I think hopefully that's just something in the tutorial. Let's see if we can do the brakes without. Oh no, I can do the brake without it. But I seem to have to click on it still to get rid of it. So there's me pressing spacebar. I'll even let you hear it. Let's click on it. Now I can press spacebar. I'm already a little bit in love, if I'm honest. I've read bits and pieces that the physics are a bit funny and everything like that. I was actually just watching Matt Pedalson's 10 frames per second. Sorry, I was getting better than that earlier. So let's change in here to that TAA. Save that. Get back. So if we get slightly better. So stick it back into idle. So look outside. Now you'll notice what that Vico dynamic plug-in thing did. Seems to be to do with the pipe work, like the German forum said. So if you look at everybody else's videos, and this hasn't had the fatal error, these move really nicely and wangle about and look brilliant. Those of us that have had to take out the plug-in, it does this. I could live with it, to be able to have a play around with the beta. I can deal with that happening. Hopefully DTG will put a fix out ASAP. I did ask Matt Pedalson on his stream tonight whether they would be releasing updates for the beta, and he wasn't very forthcoming. He said he didn't know, so we'll wait and see on that one. Let's put a little bit of brake on. I haven't noticed that on anybody else's. That was great work. You completed your first lesson operating the SD40-2. Cool. So as you guys know, American locos really aren't my thing. I don't know masses about them or anything. But I'm definitely going to be doing lots more videos on this. Really going into it as best we can. We know it's a beta. This isn't representative of the final product, of course. So we'll take it all for a bit of a pinch of salt, really. Let's just have a little bit of a free roam sort of thing. Let's go with that. I'm only knowing how to do this because I watched Squirrel do it earlier. He actually had a pre-alpha build, which I'll come to in a little bit, which gives me a little bit of food for thought. Lots of people are doing the winter because the snow, when you do winter, the snow crunches under your foot. You don't see footprints, but you hear the crunch, and it does look pretty cool. There was a summer evening, I think looks lovely. At the moment you can't change these sliders, you can just use the presets, which I'm happy about. It'll do. So let's pick where we're going to go. I don't think there's actually that many places you can pick because the full route isn't there. So, eastbound coal train, westbound auto rack train. Let's go westbound auto rack because I saw Squirrel doing the coal train. So we'll go and have a look. I think the loco's already started. I do want to do the start procedure. That's sort of my main reason for being so desperate to play this, is I've seen the starting procedure, and just thinking how this could be implemented with British locos is amazing. Walking into engine rooms, think about the Class 60 with its diagnostics panel and all the governor stuff you can change, set about. There's lots that could really be done very well with it. 13 frames per second I seem to be averaging. I'm going to turn it down again. There's people with like NVIDIA 1080 cards that are still getting problems with low screenshots, so I don't feel too bad. But let me stick it on low and see what it's like. This video is rough and ready. It's, what time is it now? 36 minutes past 12. I've got work at 6 in the morning. I've been trying to play this since 9 when I got home. Even on low, it doesn't even look like potato graphics, really, does it? Oh look, my speedo seems to be fixed. I'm still only 13 frames per second, and this is on a GTX 970. It's using quite a bit of my CPU power, I will say, 59% of my CPU and 63% of 8 gigs of RAM, so it doesn't look brilliant, but at least we're getting playable. First thing I want to do is have a look around and show you things. I'm on a wonk. Is that because the track's on a wonk? Maybe we're on a bit of a... Ugh! Let me go down and see if we're standing wonky. Ah, yeah, it's because the loco's on a tilt. But it can. Okay. I can deal with it now. Matt Pendleton did say something about the camera. They're separate. The cameras are separate. The loco is separate from the... Oh, come on, Alan, get it right. So at the moment, the loco, the head view of the driver and the loco cab seem to be set as one, but in the full version it will be separate, so you get cab sway and stuff. Just looking at the switches, everything is usable, pretty much. You've even got in here, you can take out fuses, main breakers, all the circuit breakers. I'm not sure if they all actually do something, but wow, yeah, they are all there. So let's have a look. There's a fan heater down here. Turn that on. You can hear that running, right? I can hear that. Hopefully you can. If I go over here, so yeah, I think it has turned it off. Cool. You guys notice little things like that interest me and I like. So what's in these? You can't open these. Is there something coming the other way? There's also, yeah, the graphics aren't brilliant with it on low, I will say. There's also, is it this cupboard? Yeah, it's this one. Oh, latch unlocked, and then you have to open it. So on here you've got a start and prime switch. You've got prime at first. I think the governor you can even... That makes me smile. That really does make me smile. Let's close those up. Get back in the cab and go for a drive. Alright, I think if you right click, your head stays still. I'm quite happy with that for the minute. So, stick it into forward, give it a notch of power, take the brake off. seeing Matt do was turn off the warning devices, and then he was not going to get troubled and walking about. You jump off your train. Ugh! I'll get back on. Oh no, I can't get across. Has anybody seen the film Unstoppable? Nearly a bit of a reenactment of that there, wasn't it? Let's get back in our seat. Let's close up that door. Try and get it a bit quieter in here. That's better. So all the sun visors work. Wiper controls. Let's have a look at those. Yeah, they work. We've got little increments. Quite like the new switch, the way they're doing the switches and stuff. There is talk of a dispatcher and things, so I'm guessing all the radios. Yeah, cool. Train length button there. Guessing the radio stuff works. Yeah. Oh! That'll stop the train then, if we do that. I wouldn't do that. Stops your train. Let's try and reset everything and get going. Start operating then now. See if we can get it moving again. Right, I'm putting it forward. Way high in the amps there. No, it wants to go but it isn't going. So put the brake, the loco brake on. Broken it. Now we're going backwards. Let's put a bit of brake on. Let's take it out. There must be somewhere. Oh, it's cool. That we can reset something. Fuel generator on and off. Fuel pump. Oh, I wonder if I turn the fuel pump off. Lose the engine. Step lights and gauge lights. Push the talk button. Okay. Turn the volume up. So yeah. First impression so far is I can see masses of potential with this. Masses and masses and masses. Really, really impressed so far. Yeah, it's running a bit slow and takes a lot, but it's a beater. It's a bit clunky. Broken that train. I'm going to try and reverse this train. So there's a switch up here that should say single unit or intermediate unit. Let's just try moving this one. brakes don't even seem to be coming off. I think it is something to do with this switch a bit. Single unit or intermediate unit? Yeah, let's just switch it to something else. And then switch it back. See if that works. I should get an RPM increase when I move the reverser. That's not happening. Okay. Well, I've broken this train, so I'm going to go back to the main menu. So far so good. I'm a little bit in awe of it at the moment. A little bit in awe. So scenario wise, what do we get? The Sandpatch Summit, which is this bit of the route and then clear cut. There's work to be done in Cumberland Yard, switch and service all the required locomotives. Climb board and take control of a train from Merseydale over Sandpatch Summit and onward to Mains? While I'm here, I'm going to fiddle again with that. I'm going to go up a little bit. Graphic preset back to medium. Screen percentage. Don't really know what that does. Still up at 1080. Sound volume, it's all up at 100. So there's controller settings. So keyboard controls. It looks like this might be mappable. That could be interesting. Gamepad controls, so you can use the Xbox controller. There should be rail driver support in the main one, according to Matt. Notifications, let's turn them off. Button prompts, turn them off as well. My screenshot normal, disabled, junction, derail off. Let's give that scenario a go. And then I'm going to call it quits because I've got to go to bed. Let's do Sandpatch Summit. Let's actually get moving and driving. Also, one thing that I noticed when Matt was playing is there's no HUD that tells you what the current speed limit is of the route. Now, it's fine if you've got good route knowledge, but like me and you rubbish at it, there isn't any. So if you stick to about 35, you're fine. What I also just noticed is the picture of the cab that was there had a digital speedo with two red sort of LCD. We're going to get a little bit of an intro, are we? Oh yeah, there's a lot of sort of... Oh. I've not made it look very good, have I? God, I've really not made it look very good. Oh, I think I'd rather have 15. Do you know why that is? Because as much as I said that I wanted to change it to medium, I didn't press E. There we go. Ugh. I'm going to have to do a little bit of upgrading. When this comes out. We're in Myersdale. Is that what I said earlier? I think I pronounced that wrong earlier. Hey there, are you a new recruit? I've been told to look out for. Come on board and join me in the cab. Oh, hold shift down for a little extra burst of speed. And even though I turned all those notifications off, because I didn't press it and then save it. So yeah, we've got an analog speed up here. So the brake really is released. To run the amps ridiculously hard. Not 100% of the sounds. The bell sounds slow if you ask me. It's very nice. I am impressed. Shut the door. You've got really long arms. Let's give it some beans. Well, that sounds nice. Now, I never even drove American locos in train sim really, so I can't remember what to put the dynamic throttle is. There, the dynamic brake, there we go, so it's the two little triangle arrows facing the wrong way that I can tell you what their real name is. What will I? Instrument lights. That's what I want to find. That's headlights, what they're on already. So what am I switching with this then if I can do it with that? Oh, headlights. Headlights rear, that's why they were off. Silly man. What's behind here? Dynamic brake, just to see. Gauge lights, there we go. Oh yeah, I like them. I'll tell you what it looks like. Do you know the intro to Train Sim 2016? When you're in the G turbine loco, the Union Pacific turbine loco. It's kind of like that. Ridiculously low frames per second, I do apologise guys. Right, so I mentioned earlier that Squirrel had a pre-alpha build on his channel, and also I've seen quite a lot of reference to a non-disclosure agreement and a few other little bits and pieces that make me think that there are already copies of this out there for third parties to be having a look at. So I asked a question about, oh, got another train coming. I asked a question about this on Facebook a couple of months ago about where Keith Ross was. I think I mentioned it in one of the videos back then. And the guy on Facebook categorically told me no, there's no way Dovetail release any like pre-version of it. It's not their style, anything like that. Well, it now basically looks like that wasn't completely correct, and they have been. So I'm a little bit more hopeful that when this launches in February, we will have more of a repertoire of routes and stuff than we were expecting. I know they've been struggling to. Matt was definitely hinting at the fact that they're struggling to implement. Was it Matt that was doing that, or did I read that on one of the FAQs? I think it was one of the FAQs that they haven't quite implemented steam yet. Something to do with particle smoke issues. But the diesel effects. Okay. Diesel effects seem to. Oh. I saw them earlier. That pipe work at the front is having a merry dance, isn't it? I'll stress again, guys, that is because of the plug-in that I've removed. That might be why it looks a little bit jumpy. And my speedo's gone funny again. It was working earlier. That might have something to do with it as well. To be fair, it's prettier in the cab at the moment, isn't it, for the screenshot, then people know what they're getting. So that's no HUD. All my gauges have gone a bit funny, actually. I wonder if I get out of the chair and back in, do they go back to how they should be? So it looks like that plug-in does do a little bit more than just the pipe work. So I won't lie, it does affect the gameplay. But just to be able to get a slight feel for the game, it's fine by me. I think the scenery is really good, really nice actually. Better bring that HUD up so fast, we're at 50. Reduce your speed to no more than 35. Nah, I'm going to thrash it for a bit. Test a bit of the physics out. I need the HUD up for this because I can't see. Oh, there's some brakes. Stick dynamic brake on so we can get. Dynamic brake's at 8. Dynamic brake hasn't moved. Via lost the ability to move things now. Yeah, I've lost seem to have. Yeah, my copy isn't great, guys. Well, the way I have to run it isn't great. I'm just going to stop this train here, which does seem to be stopping rather efficiently. And I think I'm going to leave it about there for this. I'm hoping that tomorrow they bring out a patch and I can do another little quick first look video of it. But yeah, you've had a really rushed, really quick, really massively quick insight into it. Thanks ever so much for watching. As always, please feel free to like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you guys tomorrow when I can hopefully come back on and do a little bit more on this. It's not going to captivate me massively because it's American. I don't really understand the locomotive. I'll enjoy learning it, and I'll enjoy looking around the rest of the beta, but that's about it. So thanks ever so much again, guys, and see you soon.